Alright guys, it's a beautiful winter's morning. So I've got the Outcast 8S out with me guys, and I've done a couple of mods to this thing since the last time I've had this out, so I'll quickly run over them. So quickly show you from the top. I don't normally pull the lid off just because it's such a ball ache to remove and put this back on again. But guys, I have done today. I just want to quickly show you what I've done. So quickly go over these things. I've got a skull protector for the motor fan guys. This is supplied by Pyro-Nitro. This is available on eBay guys. I will be leaving a link on the description. He also supplied me the cover for the fan as well on the ESC, and he also supplied me this here. This is a cover for the Spur, and the beauty about this thing guys, you can see it's perforated, you can see straight through, you can see the condition of your Spur without having to remove that cover. Next guys, I've made my own mud guards. Now these are just a couple of pieces of plastic that I've just cut out into the shape roughly of where I need it to go guys, and I've hooked it on with a couple of zip ties. Now that should be all good. I've got something similar on the on the Kraton 8S EXB, and they've been awesome guys. I'm just getting sick of all the mud and all the grass getting wound up on the dog bones guys and the rear shocks, and it just takes forever to remove. So definitely well worth doing. As I said, I've made these myself, it didn't cost me anything. Just a couple of pieces of plastic, just cut them out into the shape. Next guys, I've got some Z powered 6500 80C batteries on here. I've not had these out yet, I've not tested them yet, so we'll be giving them a good going guys today. And super impressed with how well they balance and the batteries at the moment, but they are brand new, so I expect that guys anyway. And lastly but not least, we've got my chassis protector, and guys this is for an Outcast 8S EXB supplied by Arrma Skins. And guys, this thing, I've had to do some modification to the chassis on the RTR to fit this thing. As I said, this is for the EXB, and the EXB chassis is completely flat, so this thing goes on there quite nicely and it's quite snug as well guys. So what I've had to do is I've had to fill the grooves on the chassis, on the RTR chassis, with some hot glue so I can make it a bit more smoother for this chassis protector to get stuck on quite well. So it looks awesome guys. I'm super happy with it, super impressed with how it looks guys. Can't wait to get this thing out. So guys, those are the mods that I've done to this car. One final mod that I've done. Now if you watch previous videos of all these 8S rigs, I do like to run this battery checker and alarm buzzer, but it's getting quite annoying just because when I'm doing my big jumps, the wire on the balance lead that uses to power this battery checker does move a little, and when it does move it makes a couple of beeps every time it does that, and it's quite annoying guys. So what I've ended up doing is I've removed the two speakers off the lipo checker and alarm. Now the LED works and the alarm doesn't, so it's really good guys. It won't be annoying me anymore, and I do like to use it. I like to know what the condition of my batteries are. I'm not running any Spectrum batteries, so my remote doesn't indicate and tell me what kind of power life I've got, so this is the next best thing guys. So them are all the mods that I've done and changes I've done to the Outcast 8S RTR. I'll get this body all on, go working, let's have some fun. Alright, let's get some jumps in. Got my ramp set up, and I'm going to quickly show you my angles that I tend to run with this ramp. So at the moment guys, I've got the base unit, and the base unit is set at around 30 degrees. So this ramp at the moment is probably around about 35 degrees. So that will give me a lot of distance and not as much height, but I am able to lift and adjust the whole ramp to give me around 60 degrees, which will give me the height and not the distance. So that's why I've made this in such a way that it's able to give me these options guys, so I can just have the one ramp in the back of my car and I can adjust it to the terrain and where I am bashing as well. So anyway, the ramp set up. Alright, let's go. Oh, right on the front bumper. Oh, just about made it. That was big. I enjoyed that. Whoa. Oh, on the wheels. Yes. Guys, that chassis skin protector looks absolutely epic. I love it. She's jumping sweet. Oh no, you broke something. Guys, must be the winter, it must be the cold weather. The guys have ended up breaking the shock rod end in the Outcast, and that was a bummer. I was just getting into that bash, guys, and she was flying really nicely as well, guys. So I'm gonna have a quick look and see if I've got anything in the car that I can repair this with. If not, I'm gonna have to call it a day. Alright guys, unfortunately I don't have another shock rod end on me. I do have some at home, so what I've done here is I've just used some zip ties. I've done this before on the same rig, guys, and it held up really well. Now the zip ties I've got unfortunately aren't very big, so I've just used a good few of them, but it seems to be holding, and is a temporary fix at the moment. I did forget to hook up my lipo checker and alarm, so I have hooked that up now. As I said, I don't have an alarm on there anymore, so it's not going to be annoying. We're running at 3.73, so I've probably got another 10 minutes of bashing, maybe 5 or 10 minutes of bashing. So I really want to get to LVC, guys, so let's carry on. Let's see if she held up. Yeah, let's carry on. Oh. Yeah, batteries again weak. It is leaning over to one side a bit, so let me just quickly check it over. Guys, unfortunately we're going to have to call it. I think the shock has bust through my mud. Let me just get rid of some of that grass. But you can see it's just come straight through here. So my zip ties weren't strong enough this time round, so I'm going to have to call that a day. Unfortunately we didn't manage to get to LVC, but guys, that chassis protector looks awesome. It's performed really well. As I said, I had to retrofit this to the RTR chassis, but it looks absolutely awesome. A lot better than the black duct tape that I had on there before, guys, and from my experience I know that these things do last really quite well. Unfortunately we have to end it because of the rear shock. Now the shocks are still straight, so I'm quite happy about that. It's just a shock rod end that I have busted on this thing, but I'll get that fixed. It won't take me long, and this thing will be up and running again, guys, very shortly. So anyway guys, if you did enjoy this quick bash, please hit the like, and if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. And until the next time. Alright guys, we're back home. I've managed to repair it. So this is the pack that you're going to need. This is the Arrma 330-569 shock rod end and spring perch set, and inside here you get, I think that you get 4 shock rod ends, and it's very simple to replace. You're going to need yourself a set of more grips so you can hold the shaft in the middle, guys, and once you've got hold of that shaft you can just unwind the old rod end. So this is the old one, guys, you can see, and I tend to, let me get rid of some of this rubbish, I tend to break it at the same place every time. So just at the end of the rod end, guys, it tends to just break, so there is a weak point there. So I am still running the RTR shocks, guys, and you can see the shocks are still straight and the front ones are straight as well, guys. So she's all ready again for her next outing.